Hi there guys, it's Fofox, and welcome to another episode of Legendary Discussions, where we talk about League of Legends and stuff and things like that, and we talk about the health of the game. That's really the whole point of this thing. So, today's topic, Black Cleaver. Brand new, totally remade, this baby's got it all. They are talking about this all over the forums, and for good reason. So, let's take a look at the statistics and see what we can see. Oh yes, so the stats come out: 250 health, 50 attack damage, 10 cooldown reduction, 15 armor penetration. Okay, first off, those stats are incredible for an AD caster. Now you might say, Fox, there's no spell vamp, they're not going to be able to get their health back, but that's not the point of it. This is incredible. This is what they needed, something to get past the armor barrier. And also, the passive dealing physical damage to an enemy. Now, this isn't just auto attacks. Reduces their armor by 7.5% for 4 seconds, stacking 4 times. This brings them up to 30% armor penetration on top of their 15 armor pen that they have with the brutalizer that it builds from. So, we're going to take a look at this in some live games and just see how this goes. First off, we'll start with me in a bot game. So, this is basic bot game. We have myself as Talon just doing a little bit of damage. But that's just to show Talon's base. So, we can see how much he's doing. Now, as we move on, we'll have a full burst combo. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And we move out. It's doing an average amount. It's not doing amazingly, but it's doing an average amount. But that's not the point of this. Now, you will see now that I have a Black Cleaver. Now, I only have boots because all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to showcase the amount that Cleaver does. So one hit takes him from 42 armor to 39, and then you subtract 15 off of that. So here we go. Down, 39, 36, 32 armor minus 15. We are taking him to a grand total of 17 armor with a Black Cleaver, and we're assuming that your target's going to have around 40 some at this level. They'll probably have more. This is a bot game, so let's jump into a live game. Here we have Nidalee. Nidalee has built herself a cleaver, and she is wailing on one good individual that we have over here. So we're going to take a look at his armor. He's sitting at 85. That is going to be reduced substantially when he gets hit. I mean, it's just the way that it is. After 4 hits, he's going to lose 30% of it. And then once he loses that 30%, you can then subtract 15 off that you have at all times to show his true armor. And that's really the point of this, is to show that armor stacking is no longer as effective as it used to be against AD casters. Now, whether or not we're arguing if the item is too strong or not, that has yet to be decided, because the Black Cleaver is a good item. Yes, this is true. Black Cleaver shows exactly what is needed for an AD caster to succeed, because there was that armor curve that they just could not get past. So, what did they do? They gave them cooldown reduction, armor penetration, and everything. See, we can see Jax is sitting at 107 armor. It's just what he has, and he'll have more when he activates his ultimate. That's just the nature of the beast. But we're going to see how much his armor is going to drag down just with this cleaver. And back to the topic of whether it's overpowered or not, we'll get into that later. I mean, way later, after we've had a few days to look at this. So, taking a peek, 158 to 146 to 135. He is dropping like a rock. 123, 111. He is sinking in the armor levels. Now, you might be saying, well, Fox, that's, he's still above 100 armor, and that's true. You're reducing 30% of it, but you're still going to have some armor. This is not meant to be the end-all, be-all, there's no such thing as armor anymore weapon. No, of course not. This is meant to be okay, so you're a tanky bruiser, and you used to be affected by the armor curve. You're now less so. One thing I do see with this is its stacking potential. People have taken a look at it because of the amount of health it provides. You can gain about 1,000 health by just stacking 4 of these things, and one hit will full stack your armor debuff. They will just lose 30% right there, which is darn close to what they would lose with a Last Whisper. Now, with the 15 armor penetration he would have, it may be more. See here, it doesn't affect minions. So this is something you have to remember, is that Black Cleaver does not affect minions as well as monsters. Our Red Lizard here has not lost any of his armor. It's just far too tough for that. No ma'am. So we wander into the fight. Jax, once again, we're looking at him because he has high armor. Down to 113, and he's sinking fast. And the lower you go, the more, the less influential your armor kind of becomes. But then each individual piece is worth more. So it's a trade-off. But Jax is a tanky son of a gun. And as you can see, this health thing that it gives is really the big piece of it, because it makes them somewhat tanky while providing them with all of the statistics that they may need. Now, see here, they're wailing on Baron, but poor Baron, he's not losing any armor. It doesn't shred monsters, minions, anything like that. It is champions only. So we have to remember this. Black Cleaver is one of those items that has come into play, and it's just come out with the new items patch. So we'll see how it goes. Riot's keeping their eye on this one very closely, because it could be a problem. I mean, Lee Sin benefits from this, as you can see, an amazing amount, because he hits, and less armor is the reason that Lee Sin became harder to play late game. But since we don't have that problem anymore, and now that he's able to finally just say, I have a ton of armor, well, you don't anymore, he can scale better. So this item is really meant to just bring the scaling of armor into a more reasonable amount, making it so people can't just stack it. But we'll see if they have to end up stacking health or not. Who knows? Alrighty guys, my name is Fofox, and we've gone over the Black Cleaver. Oh yes, lots of stuff to talk about with it. More items to come. If you guys liked what you saw and everything else, feel free to subscribe. Otherwise, we'll talk to you guys later. My name is Fox. Au revoir.